John, thank you so much for, coming today to talk to our students about your Chick-fil-A internship opportunities at the Conyers location for this summer. And so, yeah, we're excited to hear about it, and you can take it away.
Excellent. Thank you so much for having us. And we're actually at the Midtown, Chick-fil-A Midtown Atlanta.
Okay.
And we are at the Howell Mill Road, West Midtown, and Georgia Tech. We'll tell you a little bit more about our locations here in just a moment, but let me let you know who we've got on the call here today. That is myself. My name is John Diamond. I'm the operator, and I've actually worked at Chick-fil-A since I was in high school. Went to school, thought I was going to be an engineer, and just loved what I did at Chick-fil-A, felt God's calling to do that, and chose that as my mission. As you see in the center photo, there's Tyler Hendon as our HR executive, set this up with you all. So thanks again, Heather, for having us today. And everybody at Middle Georgia. Maisie?
Hey, I'm Maisie. I worked for John for close to 2 years. I am an LDP participant with him. I've worked my way up to the coach phase of our program, and I operate out of our Georgia Tech location daily, which is super fun, and you can see Buzz in the photo next to me.
Lots of fun. Yeah, in fact, those three locations are the Howell Mill Road store, which opened in 1997, again, right here in Midtown Atlanta. West Midtown, where we're at here today. One of our, I'd say, the tip of the arrow for our organization. And why don't you tell them a little bit about Georgia Tech?
Georgia Tech is our offsite location on campus over at Georgia Tech. We yesterday made over 400 milkshakes in one day. Don't let the offsite location make you think it's a little bit slower. We still have as much fun as everywhere else. It is a great place to be. We have a lot of international students that work for us as well. We do not have a drive-through, but we take a lot of mobile orders.
Yeah. A little bit about our why and what we do. You can see that here on the screen. I won't go through it all, but Chick-fil-A is going to be a little bit different from a lot of companies that you see, where every company has a purpose or mission of some sort. And at Chick-fil-A, ours corporate purpose down there at the bottom, you can see, we begin by talking about glorifying God, being a faithful steward of all that's entrusted to us, have a positive influence on all who come in contact with Chick-fil-A. So that's a lot about what you're going to get if you're working with us, whether it's in the restaurant internship program or heading off to our corporate office. This is a lot of the why behind what we're doing and what we're all about.
What we do day to day is super fun. Usually my days start off with me walking in the store a little bit before open. I make sure the whole front of house is put together. Once we have all of our teas made and soda nozzles on, we're ready to start our day. As you can see, our friend in the top left corner, Craig, he's holding what we call a catering pickup order, and he's about to serve the guests. That's something we do super fun every single day. And everybody else is also participating in different portions of our business. We have Josh at the top with the mask on, working in our back of house, getting our chicken ready. And we also have a really cool option with our 3 locations that the others do not. We have Chick-fil-A delivery, and we have a lot of large catering deliveries that we operate out of our 3 stores.
And we've got a dated photo there on the right. That's actually a window. So now neither one of our locations have a window. We actually have a door. But the whole point of this slide is talking about what we do. We're a restaurant, and a lot of folks come to us thinking we're the corporate office or that corporate LDP or internship program. We actually run 3 restaurants here in Midtown. So we're making food, we're serving customers, and doing all the things. And that's where the leadership lessons and the internship opportunities and things like that, where those opportunities come into play. So that's essentially what we have to offer. Again, you can see the bottom left, making that great food, the original sandwich and waffle fries. But it's these leadership lessons that come while we're working in the restaurant, serving customers, training and developing others. You can see down that bottom right photo, Kaylin having a little training class talking about marketing and things of that nature. In the top right, you can actually see that's at our corporate office, a photograph where we had folks go down into the corporate office, and that's part of our leadership development program that we do here in the restaurant. All kinds of leadership development opportunities, whether it's a class right here in our West Midtown location, our training and development room, or a trip to the support center. All those leadership lessons come right alongside those things that we're doing. And what are those opportunities? Well, again, we're making food and serving customers and so forth. So you see over there on that left-hand portion of the slide, the internships that we would have, or whether you're in that LDP program like Maisie, they would come around management, operations, human resources, marketing, catering, and there's even some other ones that we've had in there before. But, there's opportunities in front of house, back of house, doing all the things that we do right here in the restaurant.
A great part of our program is the first year, the LDP pours into you, but what we're going to focus on right now is the blue picture. We have where we start off as a functional team member, where you learn every part of our business and you learn through our pathways, which is a great resource that we have here at Chick-fil-A. You're going to move into the certified trainer after you meet some requirements where you're going to be able to lead and train the rest of the team. Then you'll move into our coach phase, where you're supporting our executive team as well as making sure everybody is following the winning heart strategy every day. And after you're a coach, you're going to move into that director phase where you're going to define and develop those below you. So you're going to coach the coaches and you're going to coach the trainers and make sure that the team members are being trained to the best of their ability by the directors.
Now, if you join us in an internship program, this is kind of where you come in, where you're not following through all of those functional team member roles and so forth. You will have a portion of that as part of your time with us, but then you will also be picking up like a project work or work that you would be working with one of our directors. So let's say you were interested, and I'm going to skip back a slide. Let's say you were interested in operations or supply chain management. You might work with one of these directors who does the truck order, who helps with that part of the business. You might come alongside and do some project work with them to maybe help them organize an area of the store or label different things, or work with the platform that we use for placing that truck order to manage what we call the travel path. Let's go back a slide and say, hey, maybe I'm interested in marketing. So you might learn some functional team member roles around, marketing and executing with catering or something like that, but then work with that marketing director in peeling off some project work where you're, maybe executing an event at Georgia Tech even, where you would be helping alongside and helping with some particular projects there. So that's a little bit about what you'd be doing in the restaurant and a little glimpse at our leadership development program. If you're interested in a corporate career, now these opportunities are available with us at the restaurant level, but then they're also available in a corporate career setting as well. And they also are corporate internships. And if you're interested in just the corporate career side of things, all you got to do is go to Chick-fil-A.com, careers, corporate. And this is actually a picture of one of our former marketing directors that's now at our corporate office, but you might join them for an internship in one of those different areas as well. And they have more than just what we have available at the restaurant level. They have what's called DTT, or the former IT department, and different career paths and opportunities. Normally we'd have a little quick poll here for our team and what's most important to you, but these are, of course, all kinds of things that we offer here in the restaurant, and not sure what would be most important to you, but that's all going to be a part of your career path and journey. So just kind of recap, why Chick-fil-A Midtown, or what we're all about. You can take a look at that and see that we've got an awesome opportunity. It's a great place to work. I don't think I would have survived college if it weren't for Chick-fil-A. Just having a great meal every day, an awesome team to work with like Maisie, and you saw from the photographs the awesome team that we have. We'd love to have you as a part of that. And
It's
taking,
also, it's
yeah,
also
go right
a
ahead.
great way to come to Atlanta if you're looking to move to Atlanta. We do have some great partnerships, so if you are worried about housing, we can definitely try to find a way to help you with that.
That was a big part of your story coming with us too, right?
Massive part. Housing in Atlanta is not always easy, but
Fun to navigate here. So if you're interested, a couple of different opportunities we're going to give you. One, shoot us an email right here at humanresources@cfamidtown.com. We can take any questions there. about internships, about opportunities with us here in our restaurant, and we can point you in the right direction there. Or you can scan this QR code right here, actually apply for working here at the restaurant, and we can navigate what that would look like, whether an internship or a career opportunity with us or coming to work in the restaurant. So you can scan that QR code and you can join us in one of our open interview times. We have open interview sessions every Tuesday at our Howell Mill Road location from 9 to 10 a.m. or 4 to 5 p.m. and every Thursday here at our West Midtown location at the same time, 9 to 10 or 4 to 5. And you can see all that information online as well. So that pretty much is a quick cap of what we've got going on here at Chick-fil-A Midtown. Heather, before we close it out, tell me, what do you think questions some of your students may have?
Yeah, absolutely. I did think of a couple. One thing I was wondering about is with this LDP program, duration wise, like, about how long does it take them to get through it? And is it certain times, like, is it just does it start at certain times every year, or do you take people as at certain points throughout the year? So kind of that duration and not timeline.
Excellent. It's a great question. So we've got a couple of different start points. Literally, you can start whenever. And we've had people start in the summer after a spring graduation. We've had them start in the fall, or it just depends on your timeline. And we're very flexible around that. We're all about building the right team and getting the right person on, less so about the timing. So you can start at any time. Typical duration is 2 years or more. About 2 years is a target timeline. If we go back to that slide, year one, we pour into you. Year two, those participants are pouring into the business. It just depends on your timeline. For example, Maisie's interested in becoming an operator. And so her timeline might be a little bit longer as she progresses through that path and wants to learn a number of different things. You heard her say, like, I've worked at West Midtown and Howell Mill Road and now at Georgia Tech, and she's had lots of different opportunities working at different locations as she would like to become an operator. So it just depends on your career track and what you're interested in doing, but 2 years is a great guideline.
Okay, great. And, a lot of times with programs like this and just internships in general, there might be specific, requirements / qualifications as far as preference on, certain majors, or preference on, like, sometimes it could be GPA, or want them to be at a certain point, like classification wise, like senior, recent grad or something like that. So what are some of the specific qualifications that you all would have specifically for that leadership program?
Another great question, and we don't have a lot of specific requirements around your degree and particular GPA and so forth. It more has to do with three things, and there's an awesome book by Deanne Turner called Bet on Talent. And so if you're interested in a career opportunity with Chick-fil-A, I recommend a lot of folks to go and read that book. In that book, she talks about three broad brushstrokes of character, chemistry, and competency. Obviously, character and chemistry, know what those things are looking for there. But as far as competency, it's like, how will you be able to execute the role? And for us in our leadership development program, we're looking for folks that have the capacity or the competency to be able to execute in that role. And Maisie, you may want to expand on that. For example, Maisie, when she came and joined us, she had been in some different leadership roles prior to coming with us. And that was one thing that's kind of helped her propel with us here, but less so about particular GPA and so forth, but more about capacity to be able to execute. I've maybe had some leadership roles. It might be in Greek life or in your college life, but I've had some leadership roles and I'm able to engage with others and so forth there.
Myself, I graduated from Georgia Southern. I majored in hospitality management, and I also participated with the Disney College program, which is also a program that a few of our other LDP participants have also participated in. And I also have participated in multiple other internships with the YMCA, Verizon, Sherwin-Williams, many other companies that are fantastic and great, who I've really learned a lot from and have taken that with me here to Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm.
Most people who are in our program have some prior leadership experience, like John is saying, whether it's you're a leader in your Greek life or you were a member of the sports team. Most types of leadership roles are very applicable to what we do. And it really does make a difference in your day to day here to be able to have that to compare to.
Yeah, but we've had, like I said, I was an engineer in training. The last gentleman, Cameron Bamdad, that we launched from our program, he was a bio major from Georgia. So we're kind of all over the map there. But it's those other skills that come into play.
Great, great, great. Yeah, that's good information to know. Thank you for sharing that. I think those were probably the two main questions I had, because some of the others I'd started to write down, you wound up actually eventually answering. So I think those were the last two standing.
Well, hopefully this recording can get out to some of your students. And again, I brought that slide back up. If you've got a question, don't hesitate to shoot us an email there at humanresources@cfamidtown.com. And hopefully we can get some students interested in joining the Chick-fil-A team. It's an awesome opportunity, lots of benefits. We didn't go through all of those, but again, if you're interested, come and join us. We'll look forward to chatting more about it. So thank you so much for having us today and for sharing this with your students. And if there's anything else we can do to serve you guys, please don't hesitate to let us know, okay?
All right, sounds great. Thank you so much.